excited today. We are gonna have some fun. How is everyone? So today I am super excited to bring to you this amazing woman who is changing lives every day. We just have so much to talk about. Can't wait. We're gonna see here if we can have her join, and I'll have her introduce herself, and then we'll get right into it. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to René Paris.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
You're welcome. I was just talking about how amazing you are, and I didn't even get into all the details, which I just can't wait to share. And first of all, I just want to share, for those of you that have joined, we share every single Monday that we do understand that people lose their hair for many different circumstances, and we are beautiful with or without hair. Today, I have the honor of introducing you to someone who has changed lives daily. She is a motivational speaker, an award-winning author, a life coach, and I cannot tell you, I was reading a couple chapters of her book, and I just couldn't get over how much we have in common, how much we've experienced. And so Sherry, I'm just going to let you take it away from there. And if you don't mind, share with us how you came to Wigs, if you don't mind.
Yeah, well, first, thank you so much for saying that. I'm inspired to really help women and girls specifically really come to accept who they are right now in this moment, exactly as they are. And for me, that journey, the wig journey specifically, back in 2004, I had weighed 270 pounds. And that really stemmed from childhood trauma, having experienced abuse at a very young age, and really not wanting to deal with the emotions attached to it, to the pain. And so I used food as my coping mechanism to, you know, stuff down the feelings. And so the weight came on with that. And I had tried everything. I mean, I would lose weight and then I would gain it back again. And there was always this pattern for myself. And so I had the opportunity in 2004, right around the time when gastric bypass surgery began, weight loss surgery, that it was covered by insurance. And at that point, I was so really just unhappy that I was like, you know what, I'm just going to try this. And so I did. And with weight loss surgery, a lot of your, you can't absorb nutrients the same way. And my hair started falling out, which was one of the side effects of having weight loss surgery. So I knew that was coming, but you just never prepare yourself for that. No matter how much you know it intellectually, you never prepare for what that feels like to watch your hair come out of your head. Especially, you know, you'd gone through all this work to lose weight and you're feeling good about yourself. And then you see this, and now it's something else that you have to deal with.
Yes. My goodness. So that is so inspiring. And let me just share with you that no matter whether people are viewing today, in a week, in a month, in years to come, because we will keep this story on our IG stories. It's so inspiring, and just know that you will help so many individuals. I mean, I work with women every day, and I hear this all the time. I lost my weight naturally. I didn't have surgery, and people still don't understand that you can lose your hair. That was, and like you were saying, I wasn't prepared for that. You worked so hard to lose the weight, and I did it because I didn't have insurance, and I could not afford the medicine for my heart back then.
Wow.
So I had to do something because I just couldn't, I was going to die. I had already passed out once, had gone to the hospital, and I don't have photographs of back then because I didn't want to be photographed. So I understand, you know, and my hair grew back in patches. However, I had worked so hard, just like you, and you're so proud of the fact that you've lost the weight, and then you still aren't where you want to be image-wise, because I just wanted great hair.
Yeah.
I wanted good hair, you know, and now the wonderful thing is, I read in your book, you said, how many perfect hair days can we possibly have?
Right.
We can have them every day in our world.
Yes.
Or you get to just go without, which is wonderful. So tell me about your very first wig, and how do you, like, my very first wig was really safe, if you will. It was just like my natural color, a classic look, if you will. And it took me a couple years, just like you, to kind of, well, first of all, I want you to share what happened whenever you decided that you were just going to go ahead and embrace it and share with people, and what a difference that made. So why don't we share that, if you don't mind?
Yeah, of course. So up to that point, I was started with clip-ons, and because I didn't really need a full wig yet. And then I graduated to full wigs, and I was not comfortable sharing that with people. I hadn't gotten to that point where I had gotten to that part from even comfortable in my own skin with it yet. So I wasn't telling anyone, and I would get compliments often about my hair, and I would try to change the subject because I didn't want people to stare any closer. And one day, it was God, it must have been like 15 years ago now at this point. No, 12, well, whatever. So I was waitressing at the time, and I was standing at the server station, and my manager came up to me, and we were just talking. And then he leaned into me with his hand and was going for my hair. And I had no idea what was about to happen. And so I jumped back, and he was like, "What's wrong, Sherry?" And I said, I didn't know what to say. And I was like, "I thought you were going to hit me." And he just looked at me like I had like 6 heads and was like, "Why would I hit you?" And I was like, "I don't know. It just scared me." And it was that, with that ridiculous answer, that I realized, okay, you can't keep hiding this. You just can't. Like, at some point, you're going to have to figure out how to deal with these are the circumstances. So, I had a big blog following, and it was when writing, well, writing still was really big, but I decided that I was going to share this with all of my followers. And it was a huge step for me, because there was all these self-esteem issues, and will they still like me? And am I going to still have friends? Will people think that I'm pretty? Like, what is this going to be? And so I decided, you know what, like, you just have to share it. Get it out this way. It's easier than telling everybody in person. So I wrote the blog saying, I called myself like Look Out Dolly. I remember that. Look Out Dolly, because she wears wigs, and I wrote about my hair loss journey. And I was really scared. I kept thinking about deleting it. And right before I went to bed, I took a couple of Tylenol PM because I didn't want to delete it. And I passed out. And when I woke up in the morning, I was so nervous to go to my computer and to see what was there. And what I woke up to was over 100 emails and comments from women thanking me for my vulnerability, saying they felt less alone. And that, for me, Danny, was everything. That was like, people need to hear truths.
Yes.
So
and that
was the start.
That are waiting to hear that, for whatever circumstance. It's just that it does take, and we are in a very vulnerable state at that point, and we still continue to be sometimes, and I think that's what really helps individuals. And I think just positive, like your whole career, just sharing how to get back to yourself whenever you've lost yourself, whatever the circumstance is. And a wig is just something, and it's not simple. I don't want to take away from how important it is and how hard it may be for someone to accept that they want to wear alternative hair. However, it's probably for me, was one of the easiest and least expensive ways to make myself look like I would look at myself and I go, I love myself. I would just, I just couldn't get over having hair that was beautiful.
And it just always makes you feel beautiful. Like, there's just,
and it changed my life. The whole trajectory of my life. Like, I just never saw myself teaching cosmetology, even in cosmetology. I just had I didn't want anything to do with this industry. And it was, God had bigger plans for me.
Yep.
Like he did for you. And the fact that you do this every day is just amazing. And you just help so many people, which is wonderful.
Thank you. Well, it's either like we keep fighting against it and we resist what is, or do we just embrace it? And for me, it's like, you're not going to change it. This is what it is. So like, where's the fight going to come? So now I do videos. And like I said, I share with people, and I have people that have no hair loss that come to me and are like, I love it. Where can I get one? And now buying wigs.
Yes. Wonderful. So back to my question, because I'm curious, like, what was your first wig like? Was it safe, or was it what was it, if you don't mind describing it?
Yeah, no, I'm trying to remember. It was so long ago, but it was a synthetic wig, which I still have never worn a human hair wig. I've always been synthetic because I'm like, well, it styles itself for me. Like, why do I have to do any work? But it was long and brown, like my hair. It was actually straight because I have super curly hair, like ringlets, banana curls hair. But I used to straighten it a lot, my own natural hair, because you always want what you don't have. So it was dark brown, like a chocolate brown, very straight hair, and with some layers. And yeah, I don't remember the brand or anything like that because it was so long ago, but I remember it always, I never wore it properly. So it would always just slide back. And I remember, like, I would just pull on the ends here to try to pull it down with nobody noticing.
I've done that where I'm like,
yeah, like nobody's noticing, right? Totally.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so another question, if you don't mind. So if I know you may wear different colors. I'm not really sure what you like or what you don't like. But what would be one wig that would be like dream hair, like totally different from, if you can just describe it?
Oh, like it's so interesting because I'm buying so many different, not styles. I always seem to stay with the long, or at least like this length. I have like a larger forehead, so I love the idea of bangs. So I have one with bangs, but it's very like, it just doesn't. So for me, I feel like it would be beachy wave, with some bangs and like layered framed face type like that. I think that combination would be really good for me.
Yes. Okay.
And I'm open to colors.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in your collection, do you have like pastels, or have any pastels in your? No. Okay.
No. So I recently got, it's like pinkish.
Yes.
But it's very, people always think it's blonde, but in person it's definitely like pink. But I don't wear it too often because of the style itself. I don't love the style, but I'm very open to pastels.
Awesome. Okay, so we've kept everyone waiting, but we have a surprise for Sherry, and I'm super excited to see it because this is so new. It's beautiful, and I hope you love it. So if you don't mind, do you want to go ahead and open that?
Of course.
Did you contain it? Did you?
I did, and my fiance actually took it away from me.
Okay.
My fiance loves wigs, and by the way, I don't know if this is pastel or not. We're about to find out here in a second, but he always wants me to get different colored wigs, and whatever, we'll see.
He supports you too. Like he knows. I went through that too.
He's actually one of the great reasons why I love him is because he was very accepting, and it was really hard, like, to tell him that. And all right, so
okay, go ahead.
René in Paris, I'm like, oh, I love this color already. Ooh, we got long.
Isn't that nice?
We got long.
Wonderful. You can do so much with long styles. So if you don't mind, will you read on the tag what you in color, please?
Yes, it is. So, ooh, is Lavish Waves the name of it?
Wonderful.
Lavish Waves in a marble brown, which is actually a color that I have, marble brown.
That is so new. Like we just had a giveaway. Like, I mean, this is just so wonderfully new. I get excited because, I don't even have that style.
I love long though. I'm gonna tell you, I'm secretly glad wasn't short. I was like,
that's wonderful. It's wonderful that you love long hair. That's one thing that I'm not there yet. Like I have to really work on that. But let's try it on and let's see what we can.
Wow.
If I may.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It is. I'm just like, it might. Now I feel like I have to get dressed up and leave my house.
Well, I don't know if you're able to leave it.
What'd you say?
I don't know if you're in a place where you can. Are you still staying?
I'm in Los Angeles, so it's it's not the best, but we're opening up more quickly.
Wonderful. Well, you can wear the glamorous style at home. That's what I do. No matter if I'm going out or not, I always get dressed. Nice.
Wait, let me adjust here.
Yes.
I have so much hair.
So you always, do you do like side buns or twists?
I haven't, but I can.
You know what's really fun right now too, like a hat with boho buns. If you'll look at our YouTube channel, there's myself, Alexander, and Abby, and there's several tutorials where we do different looks with updos. I think you'll love it. Yes, we do some everyday looks and some after 5 looks, some red carpet looks. So there's so much that you can do with longer styles. I was going to share because we were talking about parts. I want to show you a little trick. If you'll grab
so I'm still admiring it here.
I totally like if you'll grab your wig from here, and then you'll shift it to the side here to create a side part. No one will know. Yeah, just go whatever direction you want to with, there you go.
There, so much better.
Yeah, no one will ever know that it's not, you know, you just wear the wig wherever it feels comfortable to you. But I always do that because I like middle parts, but then some days I want a side part. So I just shift it and no one ever knows. I mean, they're not going to be looking underneath. So no one would know that I have it offset a little bit.
That's such a good idea.
As long as it's not rubbing your ear back here, you're great. Like I do it all the time. I have one that's created with a side part, but I do the curtain bang now with the middle part. No one ever knows.
I love that because I never thought about doing it. And so I'm always trying to part it myself. And I still, after all these years, have difficulty with the parting. One time I just was joking with my mom and I turned it. She was like, I like the style just like that. And I'm like, I can't wear it sideways, but I guess I can.
Yes, I've worn you'll have to go back well, not with this style, but it works with some styles. I've flipped mine upside down.
Oh.
You'll have to see the flip one because it's on our YouTube channel, but I would have never thought of that. I said, I like this, but I'm going to try it flipped. And yeah, that looks great.
I'm like, it's so cute. It like makes you feel like I've never had this long. Like I've had long, but I've never had like, it makes me want to like wear like more skin. I mean, like have more skin showing with the long flowy. It's so pretty.
Oh, yes.
And here's the color.
For bang, like, I don't know if you've ever done this, but you can also take just like, let me see if I have a longer one here, just like, or you could take a little bit of your hair. Let me just show you.
Okay.
Okay, so on a longer style, we talked about bangs, so I'm going to just show you. Okay, so here's exactly what I was showing you, just middle part, side part.
Well,
no one will ever know. Then, because I'm not sure if I want to cut bangs into this, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a section here, and I'm going to kind of loosen the hair.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to pin it underneath.
I'm like, well, I don't have a pin, but maybe if I did it under my ear.
Or you can tuck behind the ear, and yes, there you go. Without having to cut into a full bang. However, you can have this trimmed. You can have bangs cut into it, and it's going to look just as beautiful. But I always say play with it just a couple weeks before you actually cut into it because, you know, once it's gone.
Yeah, I've never cut. I've been too nervous. I'm like, just accept the wig as she is, just like you accept yourself as you are.
Yeah. Or you can just do that, and it's nice. And then if you decide that you want to go middle and you still want that length, it's still there without having to cut into it.
How would you do middle on something this long? Would I would go back to the tabs?
Side tabs. And let's do the part right in the middle. There you go.
Oh, and there you are.
There you are. See, I would have never thought of that either till my mom.
Well, because I'm always trying to.
Yeah, my mom's worn wigs forever, and she's like, okay, I can't believe that you're going to follow the rules. And I said, well, I usually do. However,
I'm like on YouTube trying to like, you know, figuring out brushing the hair forward, then trying to take the, and I never get it right. That looks great.
it looks good on you. It's wonderful. Okay, so the other that I always do, because, you know, at work I don't really wear, but you can take it to the side like this. And I just have a scrunchie.
Uh-huh.
And create a loose messy bun.
Oh. Yeah, I don't have a scrunchie. Okay. Cute.
Just something to the side like that.
Cute. I don't have a scrunchie with me, so I'm making a fake messy bun.
That's okay. Yeah, there's so much you can do with this. There's just, or you can put it up in a loose ponytail.
Yeah. That's way too much hair there.
And then just drop a few pieces here. You could have those trimmed a little bit. There's just so much, but you can always play with the hair, kind of twist it. I always say just play with the hair before you cut anything off. But, you know, you want to personalize it and make it yours. And I know you may not be comfortable with that yet, but you'll get there. So long that
I'm like...
But a ponytail is wonderful. You know, that's what I love about the longer styles. Again, we have tutorials on how we do an updo, like a high bun.
That's what yeah.
Yeah, you would love it. If not, down the road, we'll do another live and I'll show how to do that. And I don't wear tape, glue, none of that. Never have suggested it. It's always just the wig itself and how I've learned to create the style. And it took me a while, but I love the color on you and the style.
Yeah, this color, it's interesting. I have marble brown in a different one, but this one, it looks different. It looks different.
For you.
I love it because it has like, it's the golden in there mixed with the dark, and it works with like the different parts of my skin tone. Really pretty. I'm like, I feel so like glamorous.
Nice. That's what I love to hear. Yes, it just takes you somewhere different.
Yeah. Thank you so much for this. I love it. I know my fiance is going to love it.
Yes. Very good. I'm glad you like it. So always remember, there's just so much you can do with it. You don't have to have special hair accessories. You can use regular, everyday, like all my accessories, they're not specially made for wigs. I use a lot of clips and I use a lot of these. They're easier to... They're just claw clips, and they don't get tangled up in the hair.
Yeah, I don't use a lot of accessories in it. Like the most that I do is I put a hat on. I'm a big hat wearer, but I don't do. I'd love to start using more accessories and be more creative with my wigs.
Yes, you could do a hat, like a hat with boho buns on the sides. I think
that would be cute.
Tutorial up too. It would look great on you. And I'm just so excited because I tell you, people are just going to be so excited to meet you that haven't met you. So, which reminds me, if you want to follow Sherry, we're going to have her handle information on our Instagram. There's so much that she brings to so many individuals, women, young women. Anyone can watch this and learn from it. Mm-hmm. And I always tell my male friends, you know, like if you don't know how, because I have a lot of guy friends whose girlfriends, wives wear alternative hair and they don't really know how to support them. And it's really important. That is something that was the hardest thing for me to get past, just like you were sharing with your boyfriend. Like I was sweating the whole situation trying to explain to my now wonderful husband that, because I met him with a wig. It was a wig like this and it was almost that color. And then the next time I saw him, it was this color, and I forgot what I was wearing.
Yeah.
Goes, I thought your hair was brown. And I said, I don't really remember what color it was.
It's so awkward.
Yeah, I don't remember back that far. So
awkward.
Is there anything else you want to share with us before we sign off today?
Well, first, again, I just want to say thank you. And my message that I will say to anyone watching is that whether it's your hair or your body or even your bank account, like nothing defines us. There is nothing that will ever define you and make you more worthy than you already are. So no hair, with money, great body or bad body, whatever it is. Just the most beautiful thing about you is your heart, your spirit, and your soul. And just remember to look every day in the mirror and go, I love you. I love you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yes. We'll see you. Okay, for those of you that had logged on a little bit later, please, we had Sherry on, and if you want her information, we will have that available. And I always share, just remember, you're beautiful with or without hair. So the most important thing is, no matter what circumstance has brought you to look for help, we are here to help you. The most important thing that I want to remind you of, because I hear this every week, if you don't know where to go for help, go to reneaparis.com, get familiar with the styles, put in your information into the locator, let us find you someone that can help you. If you want to go into a studio, into a boutique for them to help you, if that's available in your area, wonderful. If you cannot go into a studio or a boutique, or whether you're just not ready for that experience, please remember that so many of our verified vendors are available to teleshop. And I know this sounds funny, but I was sharing with someone the other day, I mean, we can buy houses through a video conference call. We can see a wig is just, it's just such a wonderful experience. There are people that can help you. We do this all the time. They can just show you the information over the phone. You can do all this over the phone. If you just don't want to order anything online, we totally understand. These retailers are ready for you. They are waiting for you to call them, because this is what they do every day. So with that being said, I just want to remind you that every Monday, please stay tuned, because we will have more giveaways. And make sure that if you know anyone who really needs help, that you share the IG Live or you direct them to René Paris. Please subscribe, go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, follow, hit the notification button so you'll be aware of any time that we go live and we do giveaways. I want to thank you for being with us this afternoon at René Paris, because I just can't tell you how excited I am of all the different guests that we have and all the different topics that we're going to have. And I want to thank you again for all those that shared some of your wishes with your hair coming forward, if you will, because we do have a lot of segments that we're super excited about. Again, I want to thank you. Bye.